I'm continuing on my trip from the Midwest out west today, and I am at Centennial Park in West Valley City, Utah. Inside Centennial Park is a RC rock park, specifically meant for RC crawlers. There is a paved path out to it, and also a paved path out among the rocks. So if you have a disabled buddy who needs a wheelchair and would like to get right out next to the rocks, bring them along with you, and they can crawl too. Today was a bit windy and my cell phone was making a lot of noise, so you'll probably just hear drums or music in the background on this video. I am running two Redcat Ascent 18s, one modified and one stock. Should give you an idea what the crawling is like. This place has plenty of good lines for the 18th and 24th scales, and the 10th scales have some real good lines they can run too. You can spend quite a bit of time out here and not get bored. There are plenty of lines that are technical and will give you a good challenge even if you're a seasoned driver. There are other lines that are more intermediate, and there's plenty of area to just run around, drive your rigs if you have smaller kids who don't have a lot of experience. There's also a good mix of surface textures and rock types. Smooth, round, flat, good variety. Since it's right in the middle of town, just south of Salt Lake City, Utah, there are plenty of restaurants in the neighborhood, literally right across the street. The park also has bathrooms and picnic tables and things like that, so plenty of what you need. This was one of the harder lines and therefore one of my favorites. I really like the lines where you can just barely do it when you got to work at it. I definitely had to work at this one a while. I did it with the stock truck too, and it actually did better than my modified truck. It got hung up less. I've cut some of the seesawing out of the video just because it's fun to do, but not very fun to watch. There are plenty of good downhill opportunities too that are quite challenging for my little rigs. Also notice how close the sidewalk is, right there by the rocks. By the way, that music I just played briefly was from a band called Beggar's Buffet out of Nebraska. As far as I know, they only put the one album out, and it's one of my favorites. Here's a few clips of the stock rig running. The only thing I've changed on it's the tires and wheels. It does great without having to do much to it. But you know how you always have to do that. You always got to make some changes. Yeah, that's me. Just like you. I was just about to pack up and leave when I noticed this little line. You know, there's a little bit of a rock tip sticking up just in the left center of your screen. I'll have to put my wheel on that. Otherwise, you drop off into the abyss down there and there's no getting it out. It took me several tries, but this was my successful run. I'll put some more information in the description, so be sure and check that out. And I'll leave you with one of my fails. Happy crawling.